Alrighty. Good evening. Alright. Let's switch across. Hey. As you can see, slightly busted wrist. That's why I've been a little bit absent lately. Tonight we're changing things up. We're doing something a little bit different. Our time in Jurassic Park as, a depraved prehistoric zoo runner has come to a close. We're done with that part of our lives. We're moving on. We're going to head into some puzzle games. And specifically, I was having, a little browse. I was having a little look around for some different things to do. And I found a pretty interesting game on Steam. It is called, let's go to this screen actually. And we'll just chuck this on like so. It's called The Message from Deep Space. Apparently it's got kind of like The Arrival / Project Hail Mary vibes, where you're basically decoding an alien language through a bunch of different puzzles to try and make first contact. Translating an alien language, learning about an alien civilization, using a retro computer. You got to manage your dictionary. And it looks pretty cool. So you're a translator. And so this is what we're going to be jumping into. It's a little bit different to what we have played previously. But I think it should be a lot of fun. So let's boot it up. It should be working. Yeah, there we go. Let me kill the Spotify music 1 second. All right. What is your name? Well, my name is Dr. Charlotte. Left click to re-enter name, right click or tab to continue. Well, I think we're going to continue. Let's just make sure that this is at the appropriate volume so we're going to hear what's going on. Big space time. Very exciting. Whoa, that's Earth. All right. I am Dr. Douglas Doppler, head of materials science for the American Space Agency. I am joined by astronomer Dr. Akers, computer programmer Dr. Batista, linguist Dr. Collar, and translator Dr. Charlotte. That's me. So why are we here? This morning, May 13th, 1973, we begin the investigation of the world's first extraterrestrial contact. So we're not alone. And we're the first to know. 10 days ago, a meteor crashed down in Cape Espenberg, Alaska. Though that is beyond my expertise, meteors land quite often. What is the cause for investigation? This meteor has an antenna from which it is broadcasting a radio transmission. A single signal lasting about, let me see here, 0.8066 seconds. Then it pauses for just as long, then it repeats again. The antenna was not added after it was recovered? Nope. Geoseismic stations detected the meteor's crash landing, then a naval boat immediately picked up the unusual signal on its radio before the meteor was ever recovered. This is, without a doubt, the work of an extraterrestrial life form. An advanced one at that. The signal transmits for 0.8066 seconds, then pauses, then resumes. Your hypothesis? It's waiting for a response. The signal, what frequency are we looking at? It's roughly 1.42 million kilohertz. Then we are lucky that a world-class astronomer like me is here. Dr. Akers, this means something to you? It's the hydrogen line. Hydrogen atoms, when their electron changes spin, they release electromagnetic radiation. And it's always at exactly that frequency, 1420405 kilohertz. That's beyond my expertise. Put simply, what is significant about that frequency? It's a universal constant. So it's the same frequency every time? Every time, everywhere, no matter where you are in the universe. Looks like I built the right team with you four. Dr. Batista, take them to the control room. Get the team set up on the computer and start broadcasting transmissions. What do we broadcast? That is up to Dr. Charlotte. Me. Figure out what it is the aliens want to say, uncover their message for all of humanity. That's your mission. Good luck. Autolog ended. Save to log. All right. We got to talk to the aliens. All right, what do we have here? Meteor OS. Oh, I guess I wasn't meant to read that. It was very fast. Output. Respond. Menu? Oh, this is just the game menu. Okay, yep. Well, mouse sensitivity is pretty high. Settings. Okay, that's better. Right-click key, tab for advancing dialogue. Submit, left control. Okay, that's a lot. No hinting dialogue. Prevents dialogues that could hint about transmissions. Only recommend disabling hints for multidisciplinary teams. Am I a multidisciplinary team? No, I'm not the hints. Okay. Okay, well, I guess we have to respond. 142040. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to get a notepad. So this feels like the kind of game that requires note-taking. So we know that the first message we received from the aliens is 1420405752. We know that that's the universal constant frequency. So what if we respond with 1420405752? All right, so let's respond with 1420405752. New signal detected. Reading signal. The signal changed. So the meteor isn't just repeating. Okay, so we got a new signal. And the new signal is 1420406008. You know what? We're giving up on the wrist brace. It's making it too hard to write my notes. I just have to make sure to put it on later. Oh. Alright. It really is waiting for someone to respond. There really is something out there. I still can't believe the signal really changed. I can, says Batista. Huh? I can believe it. We read the frequency and transmitted it back. Party pooper. Autolog ended, save to log. Alright. Well, the first one worked by just responding with the same frequency, so let's try and respond with the same frequency as the changed one. Let's show that we're hearing them. New signal detected. Alright. So we got 1420405752. So at the moment, we're basically showing them that we can hear them, and we're parroting it back to them. New signal detected. That's splendid. Another new transmission. I wonder what this means. It means we can monkey see, monkey do. Acknowledgement is a first step to communication. Bautista's just a party pooper. I have noticed that. Bautista, very negative energy. I don't like it. Autolog ended. Alright. So transmission number 4, we have 1420405753. So this time it's only incremented by 1. Let's try and increment back to them by 1 more. No signal change. Okay, let's just try the same message. Okay, we're still just copying. Okay, this time they've sent us a string of information. So let's, and each time it's incrementing. Let's try. off. Let's try and increment by 1, and we will... Wait, hang on. I messed up. 14204057555. New signal detected. Okay, we nailed it. Hey Bautista, Dr. Charlotte figured that one out, and it wasn't just repeating the inbound signal. No snarky comment? Congrats. That's all you have to say? No winning with you, party pooper. Okay, so this time they have hit us with a much longer repeating number, starting from... Oh, sorry, finishing with 7. So let's try hitting them back with 8. New signal detected. All right, we are nailing this. Oh god. What are these new tabs on the left display? The update. Allow me to reiterate what exactly is in these tabs. Open them. It looks like one's a history of all our transmissions. You even put our response transmissions in there. And the other is just a history of the auto log. So everything we've said. So this will go in there too. So I can go blah, 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 blah. Stop clogging the log. Never clog the log. Hey! We're trying to talk to aliens, not cats. Alright. Fine. Yeah. I'm ending the recording. Alright. So we can now see what we responded with and what the transmissions were. Okay, that's cool. That's handy. Still gonna keep writing notes. Okay, so they have said 14204057552, which was our initial transmission, and they've zeroed it. Okay, let's... Can we see the current transmission? No. All right, so this one is going to start with 14204057557, and then the same thing but ending with the digit of 0 instead of the other number. All right, let's respond. Five, 7, 5, 0. No signal change. That didn't work? Why? It must not be the next step in the sequence. That is what allowed us to proceed past the 2 prior transmissions. Okay. It went 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 0, 5, 0, 6, 0. So why isn't 7, 0? Does it want more? What if we try... One, 4, 2, 0, 4, 0, 5, 7, 5, 0. What if we try... No signal change. Okay, okay. We will continue our... What if we just try a single line? Okay, I just wanted a single line. It didn't want too much information. All right, so this one's pretty easy. It's going to be just an 8. So let's try that. 7, 5, 8. New signal detected. All right, all right. We're absolutely nailing these transmissions. Okay, compiler updated. The what? How the radio signals compile to the screen. I have updated it. The incoming frequencies now display minus roughly 1.4 billion. So the real frequency of the latest signals are these numbers plus about 1.4 billion? Yes. And we can input those smaller adjusted numbers then too? To input a signal of 14204057552, input 0. So that means no more memorizing a bunch of digits before flipping between screens due to, well, your poor programming skills. I update the computer and I'm thanked with an insult. Maybe you will see less improvements in your workstation. Hey, don't catch me in the crossfire here. Sorry, Dr. Collins. Alright. So, I'll be honest, it was easier when it was the full ones. -2, -2. Okay, so -2 is now the 0 digit. So 6, 5, 4, 3. So this just means a 2. New signal detected. All right. We are successfully communicating with these aliens. Unprecedented. All right. Welcome. Dr. Ackers, Bautista, Collins, Dr. Charlotte. That's me. I've been looking forward to this all week. What do you have? We've received new transmissions, and the frequency's changed a lot. Oh, really? That's fantastic. So what did the Meteor say? The Meteor has established a communication protocol. They've started a call and response game. Explain. They send a transmission, leaving a gap for us to fill in. If Dr. Charlotte fills in with the frequency they expected, we are treated to a new transmission. Interesting. They're towing us along. So what are these new frequencies? Anything special? The signal frequencies have been as high as 7 Hz above the hydrogen line, and as low as 2 Hz below. Sorry, 7 Hz? Could you articulate on that? Well, you're in luck that I'm here. Get on with it. The electromagnetic waves that the meteorite is broadcasting oscillate at a given frequency. The meteorite is spewing out a wave of energy, and that energy goes up and down. And our antenna basically counts how many times that wave cycles up and down per second. That gives us the frequency, which we measure in cycles per second, or hertz. So if the frequency we see is 7 Hz above the hydrogen line, we're counting 7 more cycles in the wave per second? Right on. Thank you, Dr. Ackers. Though why is it 7 Hz higher? Hertz is a unit based on the second, a human-created time unit. There's nothing particularly special about the second. No reason that other alien civilizations would use it, right? I am cheating. Oh? Hey Bautista, probably shouldn't tell your boss that. Hertz is a misnomer. Since each signal is transmitted for 0.8066 seconds, I use that as the denominator, so it's not really Hertz. You're measuring in alien Hertz. The baseline is the hydrogen line in Hertz, while the offset frequencies are offset by alien Hertz, and you're using their alien second unit. You're not half bad, Bautista. Our antenna is detecting differences in frequency at 0.8066 seconds. I was unaware such extreme narrowband radio receivers existed. Me too, until about a week ago. Our antenna reliably records down to 0.1 Hertz. Then these aliens are really pushing it. We can't perceive much smaller divisions in wavelength. Then it's a good thing we've got one of the highest precision radio receivers and transmitters in the world. That's a lot of pressure. Yup, but maybe that's something to keep in mind. Everyone wants to know what humanity's first alien contact has to say. Everyone wants to know what they're like. The whole world's counting on you four. So do your best. Remember that. Will do, Dr. Doppler. You know we will. We've completed the first week. We've completed 9 transmissions successfully, but we haven't translated a single word. So if you're just joining us a little bit late to the stream, we are playing a puzzle game called a Message to Deep Space, or a Message from Deep Space. I actually have no idea what it's called. The Message from Deep Space. And it is essentially the game equivalent of, if you've seen the recent film Project Hail Mary, when Grace is trying to translate Rocky's language and trying to use science to find constants between the two species to be able to generate communication. Or if you've seen the film The Arrival, when they're trying to come up with how to interpret the alien language, we're essentially playing a puzzle game that's built on that concept. So we're receiving these transmissions from an alien meteor, and we are trying to decode and communicate back with them. I think this message might just be the right place for me. I already caught onto the hydrogen line frequency when nobody else did. I think that's pretty swell. I like Alan. Alan seems like a good guy. Dr. Alan Ackers. Bautista is our computer programmer. He's a bit of a grump. Carrie is our... I can't remember what Carrie does. A linguist. I'm trying to remember it. It's literally there on the screen. and Doppler is the team lead, and I'm the translator. I think these aliens really know their hurts. Wait, that's the wrong there. The terrible translator. Yeah, so basically we're puzzling out alien transmissions, and so far we learned that they were using a universal constant based on the hydrogen atom as their baseline for their communication, and they've started varying the hertz up and down. So we actually have our first transmission where they basically sent us the default number and we responded. Then we call and responded again with them. Then we call and responded again the original message. And then we just kept parroting. And then they started giving us patterns, and we had to finish the pattern to get a new response from them. And so far we have successfully done 9 transmissions back and forth. And so now we've received this long string from them, and they're going to be expecting a response from us. And so they look like they're just incrementing numbers. 40 signals, 0.8066 seconds per signal. Half a minute then. Quite hefty. All right. So we're going to respond just by sending them a default 18, because that's the next number. No signal change. So they might be expecting more than a single number. Oh, they're expecting it over 2 lines. Like this? No, okay. I don't want the clue yet. Let's try -2, 1, 8, -2. Okay, it doesn't. Let's just try 3 numbers. No signal change. Alright. Ah! It's not showing the pen. The last time it was just single number, single number. Alright. No, that wasn't it. Alright. Let's look at the ideas. What do you got, Bautista? Avoiding 8 and 9. That is base 8. Oh wait, did they not send an 8 or a 9? They didn't. So they counted to 7, and then they counted from 10 to 17. So the next number is actually going to be 20? Is that what I missed? I need to be more literal. So let's just try. It was just 20. The aliens don't believe in 8 and 9. 7, 5, 7, 6, 7, 7. But they don't believe. Okay. Base 8. Us humans use base 10. Digits 0 to 9 to represent numbers, so they're in base 8. They skip from 7 to 1, 0. So if they skip from 7, they skip 1, 8, and 1, 9. And they go straight to 2. So this one's gonna have to skip to 1, 0, 0. Oh. We're doing it. We're talking to aliens. Okay, long message. What is this -2? What does this mean? Collins and I have a question. Explain. Update coming soon. All right, Bautista's gonna correct the computer with these -2s. Okay. 1, 2, 4, 10, 20, 40, 100. Shall we hit him with 200? 400? No, they didn't like that. What if we just try 200? They liked that. They liked that. They liked it. All right. All right. We're really making moves with this alien communication. What is the double pause? 1 neg 2, 2 neg 2, 3 neg 2, 4 pause, 1 4 7, 12. Double pause, 10 6 4. Oh my god, what could this mean? Okay, so they counted to 4 and then stopped. Then they skipped up 3 3 3 because we know that it goes. Their number system goes 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 10 11 12. So they incremented up by 3 each time. Then they paused and they incremented down by 4. So are they just looking for a 0? Did they believe in 0? Let's just try this. No, that wasn't it. What about just 1? No, they didn't like that. They counted up in 1s, and then they skipped 2 numbers, skipped 2 numbers, skipped 2 numbers. And then they went down by 4, down by 2. So also they're going down by 1, so this should just be 3. No? Okay. Maybe it's just 2. It's just 2. Alright. Alright, we are really making progress here. Okay, new compiler update. You mind explaining? I'm just going to turn the game audio down a little bit for the music. Let's put it like here. You mind explaining? We can name signals. The sub-zero signals? Yes, anything below 0 is marked as a word. They didn't seem to function as numbers. You can input the words as well, and it will convert to numerical signals. Wait, what? I am assuming that means if we name signal neg2 apple, then if we type apple into the console, it'll convert to a neg2 frequency. Got it. Yep. Thank you, Dr. Bautista. What should we name it? Let's just name it Space. Like outer space? The astronomer approves. And if you mean it to mean spaces in formatting, then the linguist approves. I meant spaces in formatting. I'm making friends with the linguist, Dr. Collins. The programmer passes no judgment. The programmer, Dr. Bautista, you can't really kind of see his name lighting up. He really reminds me of the person I used to work with. He has a very deadpan programmer humor. All right. So we've got 000135. So nothing, space, 135. I guess we can just try 7 space. Compilation failed. Okay. 7 space. No signal change. All right, it didn't like that. Let's just try 7. New signal detected! All right. Maybe I will turn the music back up a little bit. It's a little too quiet now. Maybe there's just no music right now. There we go. All right. So we went, wait, does anyone who is a particular fan of a certain number sequence recognize what I'm seeing on the screen right now? 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, and remembering that the aliens do not use the number 8 or 9, instead 3 plus 5 to the aliens would be 10. So I think I'm seeing a little Fibonacci here. I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, we nailed that. We read the Fibonacci perfectly. Ah, we have a new undefined negative signal. It wants me to name it, but I don't know how it's being used right now. So 2, 3, 5, 1, then 2. This usually indicates like the start of a new pattern. Oh, this plus this equals. This plus this equals. This plus this equals, and they're asking me what it equals. This is equals. They're trying to do math with me. It's 5. Yes! This is very satisfying. Could you clarify, just in case Collins or Dr. Charlotte are confused? I'm not confused. Dr. Charlotte, are you confused? Sounds like they understand just fine. Are these words coming from the meteorite? No, I suspect the extraterrestrials speak no human language. We're just receiving the radio waves from the meteor at different frequencies. The dictionary is helping us define the signals on our end for when we find consistent non-numerical uses for a signal. Makes sense. Glad I clarified for everyone. For everyone right. 5 and 2 equals 7. 2 and 3. I actually want to go to the dictionary and I want to change this to and, because that's what this is. Recompile. 5 and 2 equals something 7. 2 and 3 equals something 5. 3 and 1 equals something. I mean, it equals 4. But why have they added an extra word there? Oh, this is fascinating. So I know the answer is 4. I'm going to respond with 4, and I'm going to try and get more information before I name that signal. It feels really, you know, it sounds stupid, but obviously math has kind of like a universal language kind of vibe, and so it makes sense that if you were to meet an alien species, the thing that you would use to communicate with each other would be math, like as your basic, very first way of like structuring out communication. 5, 3, and 2 equals, and, okay. 4 and 4 equals, I mean, this is confusing me, but it might be confusing me because I'm the one who's added these words. Like, why is equals here? Unless, like, 5 and 3, I mean, I think the response is 10, remembering that we're operating in base 8 for our communications. I'm gonna just put in this. You seem like you're mulling something over, Collins. What's on your mind? The whole no 8s or 9s rule, it's arbitrary, right? It's just how the extraterrestrials are choosing to form numbers. Right. So why? Why did they settle on 0 through 7? Interesting, I'll join you on the mulling. 1 and 0 equals 3 equals 4 and 1 and 3 equals 5 equals 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Holy shit, right? I'm starting to think equals might not be the right word. And we still haven't worked out the undefined -4. Whenever it uses the two ands together, that's it finishing a thought. and when it uses two numbers together, it's saying, this was them saying 11. They split it over two lines. They don't seem to be able to send it in one transmission. So we've got 1 and 0 equals 3, 4, and. Okay, so this is one thought. We don't often use 0. So this is a fresh thought. 1 and 3 equals 5 equals 11. And 1 and 2 equals 3 equals 4 equals... I mean, maybe it's just 5. Maybe I'm overthinking this. It's not 5. All right, back to the transmission. Back to the transmission tank. If anyone has any ideas they want to share, you're always welcome to. I don't mind backseat gaming. I'm just going to adjust on my stream a little bit. Give me a sec. If I move it like this, then if you're watching the... I'm just fixing the vertical stream so you can see the computer screen if you happen to be watching the vertical stream. Yep, that's much better. All right. Okay. So 1 and 0 equals 3. Why does that equal 3? Which equals something 4. So is a reset. We can ignore what came before it. 1 and 3 equals 5. Well, hang on a sec. 1 and 0 doesn't equal 3 or 4, and 1 and 3 shouldn't equal 5 or 11. There's a big jump there. 1 and 2 equals 3 equals 4 equals... What are they? There's like a jump happening here. So this one jumped by an extra 1. This one jumped by an extra 4, because 1, 6, 7, 10, 11. So this jumped by 4. So there's a 4 here, and then this went up by 11. So maybe they're looking for 15? No. Oh, I'm just gonna take the idea. Bautista, Collins, any ideas? I understand that and is acting as a separator between numbers. The repeated equals is where I struggle. It is a longer expression. Use the equals operation the same way we have before, just chain the values together. But what about the undefined? Are we just going to ignore that one? Judging from the previous transmissions, undefined has no effect on the value of the expression. So what is just like add 0 or something? It seems more along the lines of compute or end expression or equals. Okay. Okay, so this one is actually going to be compute. And this is more of an additive number? So maybe this is and maybe this is then. Let's recompile. We've edited our dictionary. 1 and 0 and 3 computes to 4, which is true. If you have a 1 and a nothing, and you add 3, you will get 4. 1 then 3, and then 5 does equal 11 in the alien numbers, which means... Oh, my camera thing has deleted it, but I have got a book, and I am writing down the codes and computing things. So we know that we're operating in... This music's kind of a banger, to be honest. So 1, then 0 is going to be at 1, right? And then when we take a 3, and we then add it all together, we will compute to a total of 4. That's all correct, right? 1, 0, 4, 3 equals 4. Here we have 1, 3, and 5 will then compute to 11, which is correct, because we know that 5 plus 3 equals 10, because there's no 8 or 9. And so 3 plus 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11, so that's correct. Here we have 1, then 2, and 3 and 4, and we're going to just put all of those numbers together, I imagine. So it's going to just mash into 6, 7, 10, 11, 12. So I think the answer is actually 12. It's simple math. Why do they do addition backwards? They put and end operation, then result. It's backwards. Remember Dr. Ackers? What's backwards for you may be normal to something else. But math is universal. It's the same everywhere. The math is the same, not the syntax, I guess. But it's still going to need to take some getting used to. 2 then 3 with an undefined operator computes to 6. Then 2 then 1 undefined computation is 2. Oh, this is multiplication. Oh, they're putting the operator at the end. So this and is actually addition. And this is multiply. And so what it's doing is they're listing out all of the variables, then they're giving you the instruction for what you apply to them. Alright, so they're basically saying if you take 2 then 3 and you multiply, your final result will be 6. And then clear it. 2 and 1 multiplied computes to 1, which means that 1 and 5 multiply compute is going to be 5. Oh, it's all coming together. It was a very, very satisfying game to play. 2 then 5 multiply compute. Okay, no, they don't have an 8. So, like, I want to say it's... But if you have 2 lots of 5, then it's actually 12 for them? I think they compute this to 12. And so that might seem a bit counterintuitive. 2 times 5, obviously, to our math is 10, because if you have 5 and 5, you have 10. But they have 5, and then 5 becomes this number because they're in base 8 instead of base 10, which is a little bit confusing. Collins has a thought. What do you think, Collins? About the aliens' base 8 number system, a few years back, psychologist George Miller researched what humans can cognitively handle, asking how many objects can we mentally juggle simultaneously. He found a magic number, and that magic number is 8? Nope. It's 7, more or less. So much for your theory. Sorry, Collins. No. The number 7 applies to humans. You're thinking the rule applies to these aliens, but for the number 8? Exactly. They can put 8 people in their minds in 3 dimensions and then just jiggle them around. Perhaps they can conceptualize 8 concepts at once, so they made the assumption that whoever or whatever would receive this message would process information similarly. Alright, 2 then 3, addition, 5, multiplied by 2 is going to be 12. 1 addition is going to be 13, multiplied by 1. I think this is 13. Oh, this is so good. That was transmission number 22. The reviews for this game said that there was about 30 hours of playtime and that they found the dialogue and story and stuff was amazing around the actual puzzles. And there was a lot of praise in the reviews for, like, this game has, like, just, like, really interesting, like, a hard science vibe. 2 then 3, addition compute. Oh. Wait. But you didn't... I'm gonna respond with... Okay, they didn't like that. They're not prepared for me to ask them questions yet. Let's just try this. 2 then 3, addition compute. 1 then 4. Addition? We're using words instead of just numbers! 3 then 3, addition compute. 2 then 3. Addition compute. I'll try and do this. No, okay. I might be overthinking it. 3 then 3, addition compute. 2 then 3. Oh, this is multiply because that gives me the same number. I don't need your ideas. I'm smart enough without help. Go away. Did we finish the full second batch of transmissions? I think we did. Where's Bautista? Being a square, I reckon. He's working on the computer, programming something. Sounds like him. Anyways, where are we? It's been our second week of decoding. We're moving along with this thing. We learn why they sent this. Do they have any technology to share? Tell me you have something. Yes, sir, we do. Quite a large breakthrough already. I'm all ears, Dakotans. We have established how to write numbers. Oh, that's alright. I'll adjust my annotations moving forward. This one is having a breakdown. He's like going to be coming back with like crazy technological discoveries. We're like, this is much more exciting than you realize. They format numbers in base 8. Base 8? They count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then 10. But 10 isn't really 10. 10 represents the value of 8. Annoying. I don't understand it that well myself, but the implications are what inspire me. I'm listening. Why do the aliens use base 8 to represent numbers? What does that say about their species? Huh, I'll have to think on that. Great work, you four. It's been another good week of progress. Head home, get some sleep, and that goes for Bautista too. Tell him it's an order. Oh my god. I cannot believe we have gone from playing Jurassic World, where we had to mandatorily give scientists breaks, to playing this game, where we have to mandatorily make sure scientists are taking breaks. I look forward to all the progress. And one last thing, Dop, I got a request. Your team is investigating the meteorite itself, correct? Do you think you could perchance take a look at... Autolog ended. Oh wow, that's so cool! Great! This is a weird project. Haven't been a part of anything like it, but I think I'm getting by and pulling my weight. I think Dr. Alan Ackers is pulling us down. Bautista's log. I only wish that the computer interfaces supported color. My poor man is in 1973, and he wants to be living in 2026. Dear Diary, I have organized the 24 transitions we've encountered into 3 groups of interest. An introduction. Dr. Bautista insisted I entitled this as Hello World. I imagine that this is the aliens saying hello to our world. Formatting numbers and arithmetic operations. I can already see this will be unlike any linguistic analysis I've conducted before. So it's not aliens saying hello to this world. The first thing that like you do in programming is you say hello world. It's like the first coding thing. So it's like a programmer joke about like the first piece of code. It has nothing to do with alien life. Doppler's report. 2 weeks in and I'm expecting the translation teams cracked their language. It's best I bury myself in the materials side of the investigation. And that Dr. Ackers, gee, he's a funny one. He's already put in for a favor asking if I could grab a fragment of the meteorite for him. I suppose it's the least I could do. This team may have a long journey ahead of them. Dear Diary, the aliens are pretty nerdy. I hope at least one of them is very handsome. Talk to you soon. Okay. Your colleagues have some ideas for what these signals mean. View the hypotheses inside each entry in the dictionary. Okay. But I know what they mean because I'm the translator. I don't want anyone else taking my job. Let's have a look. Oh, you can have translator notes about the word. Sequence, gap, adone. All right. I think then it's fine. Hey, Orange, what are you doing? Go away. Stop being a cat. All right. I wonder what the hypotheses are for this one. Add previous plus some. All right. Compute equals result is. Multiply previous, multiply product. All right, that's fine. Okay, so we have a new signal. Oh, this is easy. This is divide. What's a pile? So 8 divided by 2 equals 4. 5 divided by 5 equals 1. 6 divided by 3 is going to be 2. New signal detected. We are crashing through this. I forgot. Well, it's not 5, because 20 to them is actually 16 divided by 4, so it's 4. I need to keep remembering that this is base 8, not base 10. 5 then 3 is 2, so this is subtract. Recompile. Cool. So 5 and 3 subtract is 2, 7, 4, 3, 6, 6. Oh. I am an alien translating genius. 4 subtract 1 is 3. Interesting. There it is. What did I miss? The neg1 signal. I noticed the transmission skipped over it earlier. Ah, this is negative. So it's telling us that it's a negative number. 3, then 5, subtract, compute, -2. Then 4, -3, addition, becomes 1, which means 1, then 6, subtract, compute, -5. Oh, I cannot be stopped. 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, then 0, then -1, then -2, then -3, then -4. Two, then 3, addition 2, multiply 5. I have doubts about your magic number theory for 8 digits. Do you have another theory? Convenience? Computers and communication protocols log powers of 2. 8 is 2 cubed. It is merely convenient. I'm gonna put my theory out there, and I'm ready for it to be disproved as we play through this game. I'm gonna put forward that the aliens have 8 digits. I'm gonna put forward that they have, you know, this is how many fingers they have, and that's why they're base 8. You know, we're base 10 because we have 10 digits. They're gonna be base 8 because they have 8 digits. Okay, 5 times 2 is 12. Divided by 5 is 2 again. 2 subtract compute 0. Nice. Working in base 8 is horribly confusing. I want to get used to it, but woo! Why couldn't the aliens just use base 10 for us? Get used to it. It is the same as base 10, but 8. That's a big difference. A difference I kind of understand, but it kind of breaks my brain. Base 8 is easy. Not everyone's a computer whiz like you. I love computers. I think in binary. Beep, boop, beep, boop. Poor impression, but I'll have to admit, I'm with Ackers. Working in base 8 is frustrating to say the least. I've mostly relied on Dr. Charlotte through this stretch. If you insist, Dr. Collins, I will work on something to convert to base 10 numbers. No, don't! I'm just getting good at base 8! 1, then 2, divide, compute, 0. Wait? You can't divide 1 by 2. Oh. This might be decimal. Compute 1.4 in base 8 is the yes, this is decimal. It's like 1 point. Add 8 times to the dictionary. Achievement unlocked. 1 then 2 divide equals 0.4. Then 2 divide equals 1. Then 3 divide is 1.4. Then 4 divide 2 is 2. Then 5 divide 2 compute 2.5. Did I put point or decimal? I think I put point, right? Yeah. This is 2. What? 5, then 2, divide should be 2.5. It's 2 times 2.5. Oh no, they don't. They do 0.4 because it's base 8. They don't have base 5. Oh, the base 8. So when are we getting those base 10 numbers? I will work on it soon. I have an update to push first. Oh, what's in it? A new update to the dictionary or something? You will see. When? Soon. 1 then 10 divide 0.1. Yep. Then 2, then 10 divide 0.2, then 3 divide by 10.3, then 4, then divide by 10 is 0.4, then 5 divide by 10 is 0.5, then 6 divide by 10 is 0.6, then 7 is 0.10, and divide by 10 is 1, then 11 divided by 10 is 1.1, right? No, I have to do it on separate lines. Sorry. Getting lazy. 1.1. The update is the fireworks. Confetti. I am glad. Dr. Bautista, please don't tell me that this was the update you were busy coding. I imagine making a base 8 to base 10 number compiler is of higher priority. Hey, Dr. Robot actually made something fun. Look how cool this is. We have confetti now. Still, base 10. When is that update coming? Soon. I can't wait to solve the next one. I want more confetti. Okay, 5 divided by 4. Where's my calculator? Five divided by 4 is 1.25. But they would just be 1.2 because they don't have the 2.5. So this should be 1.2. Like so. Because it's base 8. Remember the base 8 conversion. I love the confetti. It was the best update ever. I love Dr. Batista. You know, these aliens sure love puzzles. How else would you want them to communicate with us? In plain English? Yeah, that'd be nice, actually. Then you would be out of a job. Hey, I think I'd be fine without this job. I'm still a highly successful astronomer in our National Space Agency. I worked on the Apollo missions for Pete's sake. As a gopher, you fetch Neil Armstrong his coffee. That wasn't all he did, though he is a very respectable guy when you get to know him. And his coffee order? 0.2, 2 divided by thing is 0.4, right? Oh, wait, no. Double, it's the exact same answer. Should just be 0.2. The confetti update has changed everything. I'm picking up a pattern in these transmissions. What's that, Carrie? A new signal appears, we see it used in a few examples, then the meteor waits for a response that proves some understanding of the concept. Any theories why? They're teaching us and testing us as we progress. If we go astray in our translation, we won't get too far. We would be forced to reconcile any of our misunderstood definitions. A self-correction system. We define words. Oh, god damn it. Hey, shh, Pats, it's okay. Shh, it's alright. We define words, test if the definitions hold, and press on. 5, then 1.2, subtract, compute. 3.6? No. We are nailing this base 8 math. I have a theory on the 8 digits. Is this theory interesting? Batista's last theory, though sound was less than exciting. What if the number 8 is culturally or biologically significant? Biologically? Why do we use 10 digits, 0 through 9? Why is it us humans primarily use base 10 numbers? 10 fingers? Fucking called it! I fucking called it! Exactly! So maybe the aliens have 8 fingers. Or 8 of something. 8 penises. 1.3, then 2, compute, 2.6. Dr. Bautista, any update on that base 10 converter? Soon. Alright. 1 then 4, divide. So 1 divided by 4 is 0.2 in alien mathematics. 0.6 addition. So we have 0.2 plus 0.6 is 1. Multiply by 0.4. Sorry, wait. 0.6. Wait. I lost my place. Divide here puts us at 0.2. If we add 0.6 to 0.2 in base 8, we're back at 1. 1 multiplied by 2 is 2. 0.4 addition, so we should be at 2.4. The aliens are making me do some basic mathematics. It's going pretty well. We're back in Dr. Doppler's office. Director Doppler. His board's getting crazy behind him. What's new? Have we cracked the extraterrestrial language yet? Yes and no. Collins, which part is yes? The meteor taught us basic math. which I was already very good at. Let me rephrase. The meteor has defined a collection of frequency to represent math operations. Addition, multiplication, subtraction, division. Tangible progress. I like it. Also, where's Bautista? I'll give you one guess. Playing with his new toys, I presume. A $60,000 custom dual interface full color computer system. 60 grand! Gee, Doc, what's your budget? Not as much as I'd like. Anyways, bring Bautista next time. And Alan, I almost forgot your request. Oh my goodness, it's a piece of space rock. Is that a fragment of the meteor? Yep, go ahead, pick it up. That's incredible. A meteorite fragment in my own 2 hands. It chipped off on transport. Leave it here when you're done. Good work this week. Head home, get some shut-eye. Auto log ended. Week 3 complete. Rock and roll. Good old Doppler came through with the meteorite fragment. I've now held rocks from the moon and rocks from an extraterrestrial design meteorite, both with my own 2 hands. I bet I'm the first to do so. Alan Acker, you are a basic bitch. Bautista's log. The confetti went over well. 12 hours well spent. He spent 12 hours making confetti for us? Oh, Bautista. Dear Diary, what is the cause of the aliens' infatuation with base outnumbers? Is their focus fractured into 8 portions? Was 8 merely a convenient engineering solution independent of their culture? Or is 8 core to their biology? I wonder how the rest of the team is reasoning through this dilemma. I can only imagine the anguish that Dr. Doppler is experiencing maneuvering through these thoughts. Doppler's report. I'd love to treat the translation team to some cheeseburgers, but I don't know any good places around here. Base 8? 8 biology? 8 penis. Alright, my colleagues have ideas on what these words mean, but I don't care, because I know my definitions are correct. Fuck my team's translations. I speak the language. Oh god, what do we have now? A new signal. Base 10 is here. Booyah! Thank you, Dr. Bautista. Okay, we have a new signal. 0 and 0, compute 0. Something 0. Then 1, then 2, compute 1. I think the answer is just 1. Alright, I might need to read this again. I have a 0 and a 0, which is 0. Something 0. Then 1, then 2, compute 1. Something 2. 0, 0, 0, 0. 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright. I mean, I get it. I know how we solved it, but I don't get what it means. Collins, any analysis? Maybe it'll clear up in time. Sounds like a no. So something 0, then compute 0, something 0, then 5, then 5, then 5, then compute 5? Holy shit, what are they trying to say to me? What did the rest of the team think then meant? Sequence gap. I wonder if this is like an and. Okay, hang on. Let me think. Then 0, then compute 0, undefined 0. Then 5, then 5, then 5, then compute 5, undefined, wait, what was it? It was -3, 5. Oh, I have to name it first? I'm just gonna put and for now. Let's try 5 and 5. I am puzzled. 0, then 0, compute 0, 0, then 5, then 5, then 5, then compute. Is it counting a group? Is it... Okay, I don't like end for that. I'm not paying attention. I am busy. Okay, we got a real team player over there. Collins? Neg2 signal then. It functions more for formatting than a mathematical operation. I'm assuming this new term is similar. Okay. But what does that mean? So, space, 0, space 0. Why is it space computing? Because that's not what it normally does. Like... What's like? Where's my like? I'm missing a mathematical operation. Just saying 5, 5, 5, compute, and then it has this like weird undefined thing. So here it was 0, 0. So like maybe it's. I'm gonna just need to be able to type something quickly. So let's just do 5.5.5. It seems like it's just it's just repeating. I left them the same so we can always go back to see their number formatting. Makes sense. It's funny how simple some of these look once the hydrogen line is subtracted, and now they're in base 10. All a part of the job. I feel like Bautista is carrying this team. So this is easy. This is just... It's just 3.3. That's a reasonable concern that Dr. Collins has, is like if we don't properly understand, because like right now I'm just using this as a placeholder. And so like it seems like it's a pattern indicator, but that's not an actual like seems like a pattern indicator. Currently using dot as a placeholder. I don't know what the word I would use for it is. Like, because like this is just a pattern. All of the last transmissions have been patterns, right? Like, zero then zero is 0, and like it's basically giving us a translation for then in like inside a mathematical operation. Like it seems like it might function like a comma, or like the equivalent in our language, because before they were just saying like, here is a number and here is a number, do math to them, and now it's trying to translate to say like, well, actually, you know, the way that we would write that is to say this -3 hertz frequency, which is fascinating, right? Because that's essentially like this transmission is just translating, right? We used to write this, and if you view the word compute as meaning equals, which is like, it's very reasonable to say that compute means equals, then it was telling us, hey, the equivalency, you know, if you use equal as equivalent, is to write 0.0. not point, right? I'm using this is bad. This is a very bad use of a term. I'm gonna just trash this. And I'm gonna go back to my transmissions, and I'm gonna go back into this one. So yeah, it's saying that this is the equivalent of this, but this first one might have been how you communicated to, like, a child, or if you were trying to get across, like, a really basic concept. Like, you know, if I said to you, you know, I'm trying to teach you, as a young person, basic mathematics, I might say, I have a pen and another pen, which is our original word here. The then is the and in that sentence. One pen and then one pen. And now they're saying it equals 1, comma, 1 pen. I don't know. I don't know what to use as the word here. It feels to me like the literary equivalent of, like, a comma. Maybe I should just put a comma in then. Clean. Oh, Bautista liked that. 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, then 3, comma, 0. Zero, 0, 0, 1, 1, 2. Alright, was 0, comma, 3. Alright. That's why they call me Eagle Eye Alan. No one calls you that. This is not the same transmission though, because that one was... Oh wait, maybe it was. Why are they repeating it? New update. Must we play this game every time? Spill it. What's the update? Calculator. It is quite rudimentary. If you use another calculator, I do not blame you. This is appreciated as always, Dr. Bautista. Mm-hmm. Oh, we have a calculator now. That's really cool. Thank you, Bautista. You are actually carrying this operation. Three, 6. All right. I'm starting to think once we get to -9, we'll be all done. -9 is probably our last signal. Once we get that, we'll have a full set of 10. I hope not. If all this meteor contained was a set of math problems, I'd be less than thrilled. I'll bet you $20 this is the last signal. I don't know, Dr. Ackers. I'm normally not one to wager. Collins? Never stop a fool from parting ways with his money. Good point. You have a deal, Ackers. Zero, 0, then 1.75, 1, 0.75, then 2, 1.5, 3, 2.25, 4, 3.5, then 5 will be comma, 3.75? Oh, signal -11. Well, I believe you owe Dr. Collins $20. I know. Here. Pleasure doing business with you, Dr. Ackers. Yeah. Okay, so we have a new phrase. Alright. Something. Zero compute 2. Is this, are we getting into algebra? Something compute 2. All right. So this is a really long message. Let's just break it down into chunks. So this first part we have here, we have a new undefined phrase, 0, and then we're equaling 2. So something 0 equals 2. All right, that's nothing. And then we have a then, which is usually the way that the aliens say line break or new paragraph or, you know. And that one has something 0, which is the same as the first one, but instead of saying compute, we then add a 1 and then compute, and we 3. Okay? Well, that implies to me, so in the first one, the missing thing is a 2, and in the next one, the missing thing is a 2. And then 3 multiply compute 6. So again, the missing thing is a 2. Then the missing thing 0, then 2 divide compute 1. So again, the missing thing is a 2. Then this missing thing 0, then 2 subtracted 0. Then the missing thing 1 compute is 5. So that's 4 then for the missing thing. Then the missing thing 0. Then the missing thing addition 1 compute. Well, I think it's 4. Is it 4? Is it a power? Like to the power of something? So in this one here, we have something 0 equals 2. Here we have something 0, add 1 to it is 3. Here we have something 0, then you multiply it by 3 and it becomes 2. You have something 0, then 2 divides by, and then you divide it by 2 and it becomes 1. And you have something 0 and you subtract 2 and it becomes 0. And then you have something 1 and it equals 5. Baffling. Absolutely baffling. And then you have something 0, then something 1. Okay, well, they've told us that something 0 is 2. And then they've told us that something 1 is 5. So if I add those two things together, I must get 7. I understand why the answer is 7, but I don't understand what the undefined part is. Is it defining a variable? Is it saying that variable 0 equals 0, then variable 1 equals 3, which means that if you then take variable 2 is 2, then variable 0, variable 1 compute together become 3, which is correct based on these defined variables? I think it might be variable. I think it's literally saying, it's defining variables. and it's telling us variable 0 is 0. So in transmission 48, var 0 equals 0, var 1 equals 3, var 2 equals 2, which means that variable 0 and variable 1 added together is 3, which is correct. Variable 0 and variable 2 added together is 2, which is correct. And they're saying variable 1 and variable 2 add together to make 5, which is, again, correct. Then variable 0 and variable 1 multiplied is 0, which again is correct. Then variable 1 and variable 2 multiplied together equals 6. I think it's defining variables. I am, perhaps, a clever cookie. So now it's saying variable 1 and variable 0 when added together equal 8. So we can write that as x plus y equals 8. So this is getting into algebra now. Variable 1's 5, then variable 0 has to be 3. Okay. Pardon me, Bautista, but this calculator, it contains operations that are beyond my expertise. What, you don't know sine and cosine? That's easy stuff. Says the radio astronomer that works with sine and cosine every day. I just hope we never have to use those operations. We might not. It's just a calculator. Could be handy. And if anything's too scary, you always have an astronomer extraordinaire to help. Dr. Alan Ackers is kind of a dick. Sigh. What are you sighing for? Dr. Charlotte, you too? Maybe we'll define neg9 soon and be done. Care for another wager, Dr. Ackers? Oh no, I've learned my lesson there already. Yeah, can't fish more money out of the idiot. Okay, so let's work our way through this problem. Variable 0, then 2 multiplied computes to variable 1. Okay, so that basically says x times 2 equals y. Then variable 0, so this is transmission 50. Variable 0 times 2 equals variable 1. Variable 0 equals 4. Then variable 1 equals 8. I know it sounds stupid, but because, like, the math is being presented vertically like that, I'm just writing it out, like, horizontally along my page to make it slightly easier for me to pass. Okay, so this one's saying that var 0 equals var 1 plus var 2. I'm also moving the operations to their correct places, because obviously the aliens write out all of the information and then the operation. We need to do better. That signal must be used before we can define it. Listen, I still just hate having a hole in our dictionary. It does seem to make the dictionary unhappy. I was thinking the same thing. You two are concerned about the well-being of the dictionary. I suppose I'm glad to hear some common ground between you two, as nonsensical as it may be. I do agree with Bautista here. Like, how are you meant to define a variable like the -9 in our dictionary when it's never been used in communication? Alright, so var 0 equals var 1 plus var 2. Var 1 equals 2. Var 2 equals 4. Then var 0 divided by 3 equals 2, because it's 6 divided by 3. And that is the end of a week. Hello, Director Doppler. Thanks for finally joining us, Dr. Bautista. So where are we? They tell us how to solve energy yet? They tell us why the meteor's here now? Is it because we went to the moon? Oh man, Kubrick was right. We went to the moon. We set off a galactic tripwire. Hold on. I'll contact the agency and get a mission to Jupiter underway. Dr. Doppler, with all due respect. Right, getting ahead of myself. Apologies. What do you need? Actually, I have something for you for. A trophy. I'm new high school Orange County 1965 county champion. A football trophy. Oh, I get it, because we hit it out of this world. Well, wait, no, we hit it out of the park, or something. Wrong sport, Dr. Ackers. It's an Employee of the Week trophy. You four have worked so hard, but I figured it would raise morale to reward particularly exceptional performance. And this week, one of you has... Oh, Doc, that's too kind. Yeah, if you insist, I will graciously. Dr. Bautista, congratulations. Huh? Thank you, Dr. Doppler. I am honored. Congratulations, Dr. Bautista, for your contributions to working on the computer system, updating the system so it offsets the signal frequencies by the baseline, the hydrogen line, right, the hydrogen line, updating to implement a dictionary and other helpful tools. Your work has been invaluable. You are the Employee of the Week. I agree. Personally, I think Dr. Bautista is carrying this operation. I will take good care of this. Actually, leave it here. It's gotta stay here. Top secret, will do. And before we depart, I've got a request for you four. By next week, I'd like to see sketches of how you picture the aliens. I want to know what you think they look like. Oh, I don't know, Dr. Doppler. I'm no artist, just a linguist. Don't sweat it. I'm not expecting anything grand. Just the sketches all. I bet you that those sketches are going to end up on the corkboard behind him. Alan's journal. Bothered. The Employee of the Week snub stinks. Guess as always next week. Much to do. Little time. Dear Diary, the aliens have begun associating information, data, numbers with each other. Rather, I would say the aliens' meteor transmissions have begun grouping information. Regardless, what's the next steps will it take? Patience is a virtue, huh? Progress will come. I will have that Employee of the Week trophy. I will do anything to dethrone the confetti-crowned Bautista. More news at 7. I think this is a fantastic time for me to take a short break, so I will be back in about 5 minutes once I have gone to the bathroom and grabbed some fresh drinks. I will see you soon. BRB. Alrighty, let's get back into it. Well, don't cookie clicker open. Don't want to like cookie clicker prowess. All right, I will have the Employee of the Week trophy. I'll do anything to dethrone the confetti crown Bautista. More news at 7. All right, your colleagues have some idea for what these signals mean. I'm actually interested in their opinions on these ones, because I really struggle with that variable definition one. Oh, we got a -12 signal. What do you guys think this means? Collins thinks this means, the linguist thinks this means variable. I think it means variable. So I'm starting to think that I might be a fucking genius translator. What do they think this means? Bautista, who I also think is a genius, thinks this means comma. I think it means comma. So I think I might be a fucking translating genius. Anyway, sorry. Things got a little heated just then. Little too proud of myself on that one. I don't need any of those. Achievements. Clear the first transmission, complete the first transmission route, complete the first thing, add 8 terms. Oh, we're doing well on achievements. Alright. And we got a new signal. 1 then 2 addition compute 3. 3 then 4 addition compute. So this is a new thing. And I think it's like, it might be like respond. We'll find out though. Another update. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say you've never had to write patch notes before. No, why is it you ask? Oh, nothing. Just tell us what's new, Doc. Input and output are inlined now. Perfect, and we don't have to put entries on separate lines? That's actually pretty sweet. Anything else we should know? Formatting settings are available for each dictionary entry. Where? In the dictionary. Open an entry's notes. Oh yeah, formatting. Oh, you can change how you want each individual word to be displayed. That's really cool. Thank you, Dr. Bautista. He's gonna get Employee of the Week again. That confetti crown motherfucker. Okay. What are we even looking at here? Radio frequencies, values offset by 1.4 billion, with sub-zero values encoded by a two-way hash table. Oh great, Bautista, what would we do without you and your sass? Not much. Anyways, let's get back on track. So, in the last transmission, they used this as like a, I don't know, like a blank equals 0. And I think they might be asking us to fill in the blanks. You know, get 2 then 3 addition compute. I think I want this to have a new line after it. Yeah, so this now is on a separate line. And I definitely want, when it repeats, I just want it to be a different fucking word. Blank compute -6. Okay. I actually think that this just means blank. This was easier to read when it was on a separate line, honestly. Wait, can I... If I do this and break on double, what does it look like now? Addition compute, I want to adjust my dictionary and I want my stuff to read better. 2, then 3, addition compute, then blank, then blank. Blank, compute, -6. Okay, so it's... I think it's just asking me to write -6. It's asking me to fill in the blanks. Like, blank 3, addition, compute 15. Respond. Well... Okay, blank felt like a very, very accurate translation for that one. 3, then 5, blank, compute, 2, then 4, multiply. Okay. Blank, multiply need to be... New line. It was actually, it was easier to read when everything was on separate lines. Three, then 5, blank, compute is 2. Then 4, then multiply. Wait. So if 2 then 4 is 8, then the blank here is addition. Alright. Easy. Give me a hard transmission, aliens. Yep, that's a lot of lines. Formatting. Four, compute 2, then 2 multiply. 4, compute 4, then 1 multiply. 4, compute 1, then multiply. Then 13, compute blank multiply. Try using only whole numbers, but 13 is a prime. Any number multiplied by 1 is itself. Oh, I am the stupid. They liked it in a certain format though. They liked it the 1 first. Shouldn't have gotten too crafty with the point numbers. Not what I expected of you. It is all the same to me, and to the aliens, I suspect. Well, no, it's not the same to the aliens. The aliens very clearly... We just use blank to represent multiple signals. So variable is actually one where I want it to be a new line at the start and a space after, like that. Because I want the variables to be on the same line. Alright. So 3 equals 2 variable 0 multiplied. Then variable 0 must be... Interesting. I mean, it must be 5, right? Cool, yep, alright. There are settings in the dictionary to choose the formatting for each word, so you can customize how the compiler organizes our words. Negative should be set to append no space. Right. Well, I definitely need to work this through. Variables are, you have to keep adjusting our dictionary. Variable 0 and 3 multiply equal variable 1. Okay, that's fine. Variable 0 equals 0, comma, variable 1 equals 0. Okay, hang on a sec. Comma shouldn't have a new line after it. It should just be space, space. Variable 0 and 3 multiplied together equals variable 1. Variable 0 compute equals... Hang on a second. Variable shouldn't be on a new line. So if we go into variable formatting, it should just be a space. Sorry, I got, interesting. I have a message, an exciting message, one might say. A delivery that I'm expecting is arriving tomorrow, which is, quite hype if you are looking forward to a delivery. Why are you doing this for the comma? Because this comma here should be space, space. And then variable would also be space, space. Oh, it just might not fit on the line? Alright, whatever. Compute 0, variable 1. Compute 0, then. Alright, this is overwhelming me. Alright. So we're on transmission 59, and I need to do some writing. So variable 0 times 3 equals variable 1. Variable 0 equals 0, comma, var 1 equals 0. Then variable 0 equals 1, comma, var 1 equals 3. Then var 0 equals 2, comma, variable, hang on a sec, comma, variable 1, compute 6. So I would say that is probably the most complicated this has been in a while. It's making me uneasy. What is? Signal -9. We haven't seen one yet. Yeah, I've been eyeing that. I want a happy dictionary. Happy dictionary, happy life. Thank you, Bautista. Exactly. Autolog ended. So, that last transmission, which is the first of this group, had the most complicated response so far. Variable 0, then 4 multiplied equals variable 1 something. 0, 0, 1, 4, 2, 8, 3, 12. Well, I mean, the blank is A, but like... So this, then this... they're setting up like a rules engine kind of thing. So like this times 4 equals this. And this table is like a multiplication table. Because we know that this is var 1, this is var 0, and this is var 1. This is literally a times tables. But I'm not sure what the new signal means. Var 1, something, var 0, then 3 addition, this. I mean, they're basically giving us a math formula. So like variable 1 equals 0 plus 3. What does this mean? Like, my heart's telling me that it's like the word formula. Or like so, or... Like, the response to this one is 4, 7. But I haven't defined that new word yet, which I don't like. I don't like having words left undefined. Okay, so this time we are doing 5, then 2. Oh, we haven't done divide on its own line yet. Which I need because I'm bad at the reading. So it's 5 divided by 2. I mean, this feels like it literally means like ergo or example or... This starts a block of examples using a predefined formula. It could be example or like therefore. I think I'm going to use example for now, but I'm happy to come back and change it if that's not, like, if that ends up not fitting quite right. So the new definition is whatever your first number is, divided by 2. So this is this, then this divided by 2 is 0.5, then this is 1, this is 0.5, then 4, 2. God, that's a lot. 0, then 2, addition, compute, variable 1, then... Example... Needs a new line before. Then 2, addition, compute, variable 1. So that's just flipping the way it was written before. So 0 plus 2, 1 plus 3, 2 plus 4. Variable 5, which we haven't had yet in this one. Then 3 multiplied, compute, variable 13. Okay, this is a long one, okay. So this first table is defining that the example is first number plus 2. The second number, then this one is saying first number times 3. Then this one is saying 2, then 3. So it's just number equals number, number equals number. 2, then 2, multiply, compute, 7, example blank, and it wants me to give the examples. Okay. Well, variable 2 is here, and variable 2 is just a number. So just a number, then 2 multiplied compute is variable 7. Do we have variable 7 up here somewhere? No, this is the first time variable 7's been in this one. So the example is first number times by 2 second number. So 1, 0, 0, 1, 2, 2, 4. And it's been using 3 examples. So like my examples here are going to be 0, 0, 1, then 1, 2, then 2, 4. That was a really, really long processing time. We're up to transmission 64. We made it to triple digits. Has Bautista finally fully lost his marbles? 64 in base 8 is the equivalent of 100. In base 8, 100 is 8 squared, that's 64. We are on the 64th transmission already, so we've made it to the 3-digit numbers and alien numbers. Pretty neat. Alright, Bautista, looks like you still have your marbles. For now. Variable 0, comma, variable 1. Example, 0, 0, then 1, 2, then 2, 4, then 3, 6, then 4, 8, then 5, 10, then 6, 12, then 7, 4, then 8, 12. What's the blank? Oh, they want me to write the rule using... Okay, so the rule for this one in the last transmission was written in the formula of... Okay, so this one's a multiplication one. Yep, it's multiplying by 2, so it's going to be variable 0, then 2 multiply compute variable 1. Alright, so this one is going to look like variable 0, then 2 multiply compute variable 1. This was pretty long, this was pretty complicated. But I am an alien translation genius. That was pretty good. That was a pretty satisfying one. Alright, directed Doppler. Let's get started. Where are we? We learn where they live, how they sent the meteor. Sorry, Doc, you know the drill. Still getting ahead of myself. Understood. But we are steadily progressing. We are a bit in the weeds as of late, but I trust we're building towards something. Right. And thanks for joining us again, Dr. Bautista. It was mandatory. Now let's see those sketches. You all remembered, yes? I'd like to see how you all pictured the aliens, given what you've deduced from the translation so far. So let's start with Dr. Charlotte. You forgot, didn't you? But I see you've got something, Collins. Let's see it. Here's what I have, sir. It's an octopus. Interesting. An octopus creature. A sec, let me move this. Undo. Let me move this across so that the viewers who are viewing the vertical stream can see the wonders. Interesting. An octopus creature. I thought about why they love base 8, and my mind went to 8 appendages. Do you think they're aquatic? Not sure. We have no insight into that at the moment. Let's turn to Bautista. Let's see what you imagined. Holy shit, Bautista's got artistic talent. Oh my. That looks incredible. And a bit scary. What's the thought process, Bautista? It's like a snake with antlers or hands. 4 prongs per side, totals to 8 digits for counting. Bautista is the best character. Bautista is carrying this game. Don't really follow the rest, but that's certainly imaginative. Now let's see Alan's sketch. All right. Alan, you are an idiot. I am ready. Oh my god. Alan has peaked. Oh god. The dot dot dots from every single person? Is that a UFO behind him? Of course. And he's holding a ray gun? He fighting space monsters. And look, 4 fingers on each hand, just like Bautista's drawing. Do not relate how to draw it. That's really good. Hackers, did you sign yours? That's how I tag my work. Cool, huh? I'm surprised you didn't add a little sun in the top corner. You know, that crossed my mind, but I wasn't sure if they were visiting the date. That's what you considered? Listen, I know I'm not a great artist, but I tried to have some fun with it. Well, thank you for sharing, Hackers. Director Dumbledore is having a full-on fucking breakdown. I think I prefer Dr. Charlotte's sketch over that one. Dr. Charlotte didn't make one. Hey, rude. I think that's enough sketches for now, but I do have another trophy to present. Any guesses who our employee of the week is? Bradley Doppler, Pole Vault, District 4A, 1967. I've heard the astronomer's been quite handy. Is it for all of us, for working so well together as a team? Nope, that's good too. But this one's for the incumbent Dr. Brian Batista. I heard his inlining update has been pretty handy, and the ability to customize for how each entry prints is a nice touch. Good work this week. Thank you, thank you. It is a pleasure to accept this District 4A Pole Vault Champion trophy. You earned it. Now, let's all get some sleep. You too, Doppler. Yeah, we'll see. Fantastic. Alright. Week 5, transmissions 13, words 2, total transmission 64, we added blank and example. Alan's journal, relieved. It seems like everyone on the team is as confused as I am. These transmissions are difficult and abstract. Regardless, I will do my best. Bautista's log. The transmissions have gotten easier. Carrie's diary. Dear diary, the latest transmissions have been steeped in mathematical functions, it appears. Though abstract, it is revealing. The aliens begin with concepts, building from one to the next. I guarantee this message is going somewhere. Doppler's report. It's been 5 weeks since this investigation began. We've limited the number of people allowed in the media room to limit contamination. But it's been long enough. Next week I'll show the translation team the meteor in person. Big... Oh no, hang on. Dear Diary. Big Bad Brian Bautista has bamboozled the boss once again. I mean, once again. That employee of the week trophy rightfully... I can't write anymore. That trophy will be mine. ... Your colleagues have some ideas for what these signals mean. View the hypotheses. Yep, we will. Now I gotta just correct the, Oh, shit. Stream just kind of died a little. Alright, we're back. Just correcting the vertical stream again. I really need to create like a more buttonable thing with my stream deck so I can just poke a thing and have it work. Alright, let's see what the team thinks these words mean. Fill in question mark response. I think blank was fine. Oh. I just noticed it's the missing piece. -9? This signal cost me $20. But you know what this means, Bautista? Happy dictionary, happy life. I don't understand you two. I do like that the boys are bonding. They're so dumb, but they're bonding. Make, coordinate, func, plots, variables. Damn, these guys went for some crazy ones compared to example. 2, then 2, undefined compute 4. 2, then 3, undefined compute 8. Then 2, then 4, undefined compute 16. Oh, this is to the power of. 2 to the power of 2 is 4, 2 to the power of 3 is 8, 2 to the power of 4 is 16, 3 to the power of 2 is 9. So this is, dictionary. This is, power of. And we want this to go new line. Recompile. 2, then 2, power of compute. Cool. 5, then power of compute blank. Easy. Easy mathematics. Blank 3, power of compute 64. What to the power of 3 is 64? That's right, it's fucking 8. We are nailing this. Wait. 8 to the power of 3. Compute is 64, right? 8 times 8. No, that's to the power of 2. 4 to the power of 3? Okay, it's not 8, it's 4. I am stupid. Okay, new tab. Bautista? Do you think you can tell us what exactly is in said update? Oh, no. What? I found the update. Left side info display whiteboard tab. Oh, we have a whiteboard and we can draw on it. See, now that would have been so, would that have been so difficult, Bautista? Was it so difficult to find it? Oh, I'm sorry, am I not worth the 3 seconds it took to say that? I'm a busy man. Ah, you dreadful, dreadful. Alright. Variable 0, then 2, power of compute is variable 1. Example, -2, then 4 is 4. Okay, 2 to the power of 2, like -2 to the power of 2 is 4. -1 to the power of 2 is 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, then blank. Hang on a sec. I'm just gonna move my dinner away from where a certain fat cat might steal it. The fiend. Okay. -1, then 0, 0, then 1, then 2, 4. Right? Is that it? I believe we can just put it all in one line now. That was like an update that he made to the computer, right? Easy. New signal detected. Alright. Bautista, can you do something for us? Or for me, really? The Bautista request channel is currently open. Do you think you... Oh, it has just closed. I apologize. What? The request channel. I'm afraid it is closed. Oh, you son of a... Hackers, the transcript. Be mindful of what makes its way into the log. All I was going to say is, Dr. Bautista, our dearly beloved son of a computer programmer, I think we are in service of an info tab. My father was a physician, but I am listening. Huh, didn't picture that. Anyway, I want a tab reviewing different mathematical constants, scientific formula, what have you. A reference tab of sorts. These past few transmissions, even I was a little stuck. I can't imagine how you, Collins, Dr. Charlotte felt. Humble as ever. So, what do you think? You occasionally have a good idea. That doesn't feel like a compliment, but I'll take it. Autolog ended. Variable 0, then... Okay, we haven't done subtraction in my reformulating. New line. Then 1, subtract 2, power of 2, multiply 1, subtract, compute. Okay, fuck me. So you take the first number. So we're on transmission 68. We're going to take the first number. Let's call it variable 0. Then you subtract 1 to the power of 2. And then you multiply it by 2. And then you subtract 1. So if I take 1 minus... Wait, how does it get... So -1 minus 1 to the power of... Is that right? Oh, it's in a bracket. Because of the way the aliens organize their operations. So, here we basically have x subtracting 1, and that is to the power of 2, and then you multiply that by 2, and then you subtract 1. And then that equals y. I hope the whiteboard adds to the explanations here. I hope this helps you visualize what's going on. I'm just gonna start picking at my dinner while we do this. Welcome to my alien puzzle mukbang. So, the example they give is if you have -1 minus 1, you will have -2 to the power of 2 is 4. And then 4 times 2 is 8, minus 1 is 7. So -1, 7. 0 minus 1 is -1 to the power of 2, which is -1. Oh, sorry, it's +1, which is times by 2 is 2, minus 1 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0 to the power of 2 is 0 times 2 is 0 minus 1 is 1 -1. Okay, this is easy. So if we plug 3 into the x here, 3, oh, that was a dodgy 3. 3 here. 3 minus 1 is 2 to the power of 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So this is very easy. This is going to be 3, 7. The addition of the whiteboard is actually huge for being able to explain what I'm writing in my notebook to the stream. Very helpful. And we got the right answer, so that worked out perfectly. Well done, team. I'm really reliving my high school mathematics. Okay. Variable 0 blank to the power of equals variable 1. Alright, so we go back to our whiteboard. We can figure it. We know that x to the power of y equals z. Terrible z. In fact, I'm going to undo it, and we're going to write a new z. So, variable 0 to the power of something equals z. And then the example they give is -3 to the power of y equals -27. And that's easy, because that tells me that this has to be 3. So the blank is 3. Because -3 times -3 times -3 is -27. It's not a negative number in the power, because obviously we're doing it 3 times. If it was an even number in the power, it would have to be a negative, right? Fuck it, I don't know. I ain't math. Blank variable 0 to the power of compute variable 1. All right, so we go back to our whiteboard. We have an unknown variable here to the power of y equals z. And in our example, this time we're going to be given variable 0 and variable 1, and we have to work out what this number is, because this number, the blank, is the constant. So I know that -1 equals 0.125. So I know that if this is -1, it is going to be 0.125, right? I know that if this is 0, then this equals 1. But that doesn't make sense. Have I lost something here? I feel like I've lost something in translation. This one might be beyond my limited math knowledge that I learned 15 years ago in high school. Blank variable 0 power of compute. Back to my whiteboard. I think this was a miscorrect. So I have x, y equals z. And it's like, if y is to the power of 3, this equals 512. It's a big number. But what times itself is 8? 8, right? Because if it's to the power of 1, it's 8. It's to the power of 2, it's 64. Anything to the power of 0 is 1. Right, it's just 8. I didn't overthink that. I am too stupid. Oh, we got a transmission from the team. More math problems, just what we need. We're discovering the new frontier for our species, and these are our baby steps. You must have patience, hackers. I know. But when I picture Discovery, I don't picture this. I picture Magellan circumnavigating the globe. I picture Lewis and Clark trekking through the West. I picture Darwin riding a tortoise at the Galapagos Islands. That last part never happened. But you get my point. All of that Discovery is adventurous. It's taking action. It's going somewhere. And then there's us. And what is us? What is that exactly? It's 4 people in a small room staring at a computer screen solving math problems. I mean, to me, this is like yes, we are doing basic math, but like, we're communicating with aliens. That's fucking cool. Alright, blank variable 0, power of compute variable 1. So the blank here is what to the power of what equals 21. What to the power of 1 equals 21? It's just 21, right? I understand how to do power off. Dr. Ackers, I'm sure you know the tale of Newton discovering gravity. He sat under a tree and an apple hit his head. He said, "Hey, that hurt, but why did you fall?" Then he formulated gravity and altered the course of human history. Was there anything adventurous about that? Not in the same way, no, but it's still inspiring. He had his epiphany. In a mundane place under the shade of a tree, it's a place familiar to most everyone. But the magic is that when the apple landed on Newton's head, he was the first one to ask why. He made meaning of it. What's your point? It's what we're doing right now, Ackers. Sometimes discovery looks like sailing the seas or climbing mountains, and sometimes it happens in rooms like these. In this translation, we are making meaning that will alter the course of human history. I really like Dr. Collins. I really like how she looks at the world. I also like that she starts her weekly journal with Dear Diary. The girls, 2.71828. These ones are kind of easy, because obviously if you are, I'm gonna say basically mathematically aware, oh, that's right, I have to type it like this. So like these are easy. If we go back to the transmission log here, right? It wants me to find the blank in this, but like all you have to do is find out whatever the power of 1 is, because whatever you have to the power of 1 is going to be the answer to the blank. You know, if I said x to the power of 1 is 1,676. Be like, okay, x is 7,176. Like, okay, like, did that transmission absolutely stink? I suspect that the meteor is testing our problem-solving abilities. Maybe, what's it to you? Euler's number. What? Oh no, how can I miss that? Euler's number? Approximately 2.71 is Euler's number, commonly referred to as E. It's a mathematical constant that describes continuous growth. It's a big deal to nerds like Baptista. Nerds like me. Another universal constant. They're throwing us a bone, something familiar to us. Like pi. Maybe we'll see pi later. Alright, back to my whiteboard. Blank equals 0, then variable 0, variable 1, addition, compute 3. Oh, it's too easy. Holy shit, what? What is this? What is this, aliens? Slow down! Anyone, ideas? I'm struggling to make any sense of these equations. The meteor is graphing something. Meteorite. Shove it. Team, how do we respond? The first 3 signals tell us how to continue. Like last transmission. Blank compute 0. I hate not understanding a transmission. Me too. But the meteorite's given us the go-ahead, right? Blank compute 0 must be saying, who cares, carry on. I suppose, why include a transmission to skip in the first place? Who knows? The other ones were grouped as exponents. Blank compute 0. Variable 1 compute 1. Variable 0 2 power of subtract 0.5 power of example. Then this doesn't mean anything. But it did give me the option to just skip it. Alright. That's it. This rock is our window into the world completely foreign to this planet. Apart from the right side with the transmitter, it looks like any old Earth rock. What? No, it doesn't. It's got a fusion crust, that dark exterior. That's the shell created by the meteor melting as it entered our atmosphere. This is the last layer that didn't burn off, so it cools to form a crust. You don't see that in any old Earth rock. It could be volcanic, no? Absolutely not. You see those dimples all over the rock? Those are regmalips, where bubbles of molten rock carve divots on atmospheric entry. Fine. This thing walks and talks like a meteorite. It's even got the meteorite smell. Sorry, Dr. Ackers, you can smell meteors? No, I made that part up. It'd be cool if I could, though. There is a computer in there. Yup, something in there is sending and listening for radio waves. Haven't cracked it open because we'd like to avoid breaking said computer. Still, we've taken samples of the rock and conducted non-destructive measurements. Though it is killing me to know how the computer in there isn't smashed from the landing. The internal material they invented to absorb that impact. Man, I'd love to get my hands on that. Just imagine the applications. You said you're collecting samples. I'm seeing chondrules in the cleaved portion on the left there. How dense is this rock? We're finding it to be around 3 grams per cubic centimeter at most sites. And when measured by specific gravity, 3.12 from our best reading. Walks like a chondrite, quacks like a chondrite, must be a chondrite. Tell me, how much iron is baked into this beauty? Fairly low, it's pretty lightweight. Nickel? About the same. Help me follow. We call it a chondrite because it's got chondrules, tiny rock grains, which means that no geologic activity has transformed it. It likely wasn't ever part of a planet or moon. It's pretty typical as far as space rocks go, aside from the alien radio transmitter. Walk me through the iron and nickel, what's that tell us? If it's this low in iron and nickel, it's an oldie. Stars fuse atoms starting from hydrogen and helium to make heavier and heavier atoms. Eventually, we get to heavier elements, think iron, platinum, traditional metals. Then stars explode, run out of fuel, collapse, whatever, expelling their elements somewhere else, only for it to come along and make a new star. Now here's the trick. The new star takes those heavier atoms to start and makes even heavier elements. So each step, younger stars make heavier atoms which then form heavier rocks. So if we're low in iron, it means we're looking at an early universe primitive. This baby's been floating around a while, until something or someone made it into an interstellar carrier pigeon, and that pigeon flew to us. What are the odds? I can't imagine the odds. Over a month on this mission, it remains simply incomprehensible for me. Outer space gets like that. Incomprehensible. Whatever the odds are, however incomprehensible it may seem, we received this message, this gift. I can't help but feel gratitude. Translation team, I'm glad you all could finally see the meteor for yourselves. Week 6. Transmissions 10, words 1, 74 transmissions. I completed the exponents and the no clue groups. Alan's journal. Or, it sometimes slips my mind what we're doing. Setting eyes on the meteorite for myself helped remind me. Bautista's log. There was a computer in that rock. Somewhere inside. Carrie's diary. Dear diary, I finally laid eyes on the meteor. I had been on the other side of the wall trying to make sense of it. It's every utterance, it's every transmission, it's every frequency. Now I've seen the meteor herself, our only window to a civilization residing somewhere deep in space. Of course Carrie would assign a fucking gender to the meteorite. Doppler's report. Been working with the materials team on the meteor for the past 6 weeks. Almost grew numb to how remarkable it is. I'm glad I was finally able to show the translation team. They've helped remind me what it's all about. There was no Employee of the Week trophy this week. I slumber. Your colleagues have some idea what these signals mean. Yeah, fair enough. Act 1 complete. Math, our common bond. Act 2 begins. I am starting to lose my voice, and so I think I'm going to call the stream here tonight. I am very excited about this game. I am extremely passionate about what is happening. I think I will probably do an extra stream tomorrow night and come back and keep working on these problems, because I am deeply invested in the message from deep space. So I will be back again tomorrow at about 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, and I'm going to keep trying to solve this puzzle, because I am really, really fucking enjoying this game. I think this is super fucking cool. And I hope you can join me for some more cryptic puzzle solving as we try and communicate with space. Thank you for joining me tonight, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Goodbye!